contestant asks Chase who he is going with, and he says, Lizzie.
Am I going to winter formal with Chase?
You're going with Chase, and I'm going with Cameron.
I'm so jealous.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Millennial TeaV. As always, we are your Millennial TeaV hosts, Candace, Liz, and Adrienne, and we're here to bring you all the reality TV goodness from the millennial era. Today we are recapping Laguna Beach Season 3, Episode 7, Hookups and Coverups. But before we start, I want to remind you that if you're not already following us on Instagram, you should be. We always post our favorite outfits on release day and other fun extras like polls and sneak peeks of episodes, and we love interacting with you guys, so give us a follow at Millennial TeaV. And while you're doing that, you can also follow us on YouTube. We have some special video episodes already up, so go ahead and click subscribe to Millennial TeaV Podcast. In 2 weeks, we have a very exciting interview coming up with the leader of the Popular Girls, Kyndra Mayo. She definitely spilled some good tea with us, so make sure you don't miss it. It was super fun talking to her. Also, we are doing our annual special Halloween episode, so make sure you send us any spooky paranormal stories you have so we can share them on the pod. You can email us at millennialteav@gmail.com or shoot us an Instagram message. Before we get into the episode, let's talk about what's new in pop culture. So today I am going to talk about Chappell Roan. Do you guys know who she is?
Kind of.
I do not.
Okay, well...
This is very millennial of us, because
yes, it is very millennial of us. I know. She's a pop star, and she kind of sprung up overnight. People are kind of referring to her as like one of the three pop princesses. It's like Sabrina Carpenter, Chappell Roan, and sometimes it's Taylor Swift. Sometimes they mix her out with somebody else that's Gen Z, like Olivia Rodrigo. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but she's part of this kind of overnight phenomenon. She has a very theatrical aesthetic, and what kind of sets her apart from other musical artists is that her voice and style is still very catchy, but also sounds very different than your average pop star. I think her music is super catchy. I mean, it's definitely Gen Z. Like I mostly listen to millennial music, embarrassingly, but I do like some of her songs. She identifies as a lesbian, so her music reflects that as well, which is kind of cool. She's kind of like, I don't know if you guys know who Troye Sivan is, but he is a gay pop star, and he sings about boys and she sings about girls, and it's like really awesome because I feel like that wasn't really a thing back in the day. She kind of has been very vocal about not being made for overnight fame, which if you think about it, that would be nuts. Like you're just kind of doing your thing and then all of a sudden everybody knows who you are. So I kind of understand her, but she doesn't like when her fans come up to her in public or when the paparazzi are taking photos of her, which in my opinion, I think that's kind of your job, but you know.
Yeah.
She likes to separate her art and work from her normal life, and recently at the VMAs, she was caught yelling back at the photographers on the red carpet as they were demanding photos of her because that's their job, and she was at work, but she was yelling back at them and was like, grown men should not be yelling at women like this, which is a thing. I do think paparazzi are really aggressive, but I also think you're at work and that's your job. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. And speaking of the VMAs, she actually canceled several of her concerts in order to be at the VMAs because of the overnight fame. She began booking all these different events, which left a lot of fans feeling really sour, especially if you're like invested in this person before she was famous and now she's canceling concerts on you to do the VMAs.
Yeah.
You know, kind of stinks for fans. And then this weekend, or I guess when this airs, it'll be last weekend, but Chappell was supposed to perform at a festival called All Things Go in Washington, D.C. and New York, and she canceled one day before the festival, citing her mental health and needing a few days to prioritize that. Fans are really bummed after paying money and spending time trying to get to the destination to see her, and like with her recent string of cancellations, I wouldn't trust buying a Chappell Roan ticket no matter how much I loved her at this point. But I understand her need for some mental health time, but I do think like it's hard because I do think that if you're a musical artist, it's your job.
Yeah.
You know? Like, that's just your job.
That's what you signed up for.
And sometimes you have to just go do your job even though you don't want to. It's so hard because I'm like, Absolutely. Prioritize your mental health. I'm such an advocate for that, but maybe the pop stardom is not for you.
I know. Okay, so I think a lot about like Zayn Malik when you
Yeah.
say this because like he also canceled his tour, like so many concerts and stuff like that because he wanted to prioritize his mental health. And at the
Yeah.
time, like people looked at him and the articles that were written about him, like he was like lazy, like something was wrong, like they were really like talking bad about that. I feel like we grew up in this era where stars were just like machines, right? Like they're little robots
Mhm.
that were forced to perform. And we do see now with all these documentaries how like bad it was for their mental health and
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah.
So because of that, I'm like, okay, I think it's probably right for them to prioritize and like cancel these concerts and stuff like that because even beyond the like working part, I guess their like personal lives are so affected. Like they can't even go
Yeah.
out to the mall. They can't
Right.
like it's like
Absolutely.
everything. But then because we grew up in this era, we're still like, get your ass up and work.
I know. But like at the same time, I just feel like it's a choice, right? You can have all of this fame and stardom or not do that. You know? Like
So I think about one thing, which is who's booking all of her stuff. Because if
Mhm.
she had her
yeah.
choice to not book as many like dates, she probably would. But management just like books them like crazy to make money.
That's true.
So I don't know.
Maybe it's like her eyes are too big for her stomach. You know what I mean? Like she'll look
Mhm.
at all of these events and think, yes, I can do it. And then ends up
Yeah.
being like, oh my God, it's too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe it's that, like the VMAs. Like she didn't think she was gonna book the VMAs because she
Is that
wasn't
true?
famous enough. Yeah,
Did she perform at the VMAs or did she just attend?
she performed.
Damn, and she didn't know?
No, like she didn't think she was gonna book it, and then all of a sudden she booked it, and then she had these
Dang.
concerts scheduled, and it was like, do I want to do the VMAs or do I want to do these
Right.
concerts? So like, I mean, I
I would
kind of
cancel
understand that.
too.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
I'd
kind of
do the
understand
VMAs.
that. But then having just canceled those concerts, I would push through to the festival.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because what if some of those people that were supposed to be at those concerts rebooked for this festival? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if it was me, I would not want to disappoint my fans at all. But again, I'm like a people pleaser. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So I'm like, but like, then I look at like Taylor Swift. She never cancels shows.
She is a machine.
She is absolutely a machine. That's not like,
She's
I'm
like
not
built
saying
for
that.
this. Yeah.
Right. And I'm not saying that every pop star should be in her model, but like she refuses to cancel unless it's like a danger to her fans.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I respect her for that because I know if I buy a ticket to her show, she's going to do everything in her power to make that show.
Mhm.
And that's a big deal. And she always kind of says like, if I don't want to be on that day and I don't feel like being a pop star, then I don't leave my house, which I also
Mhm.
respect because she's very aware that she is where she is because of her fans. And if she's going to have a bad day and take that out on one of her fans, she doesn't want to do that. So if she's
Right.
not on, she's just going to stay home, which I also kind of respect. But again, not everybody is like that. So,
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. Like, I don't know if I could be like that if I was a pop star. Like, I have no idea
Yeah.
how I would feel. So it's a very like complicated situation, but I do hope that she can handle it because it would really suck if she had like a mental breakdown just because she wants to like have her art out in the world.
Or please her fans. Like, that
Yeah.
too.
Mhm.
So I mean, I hope that she keeps prioritizing her mental health because it is super important. But I also feel bad for the fans because that would really suck, especially a day before.
Oh my
It's not
gosh,
like you can
especially
make
if you traveled
arrangements.
and stuff like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I feel like she needs to, like, especially for the red carpet stuff, she needs a better team, like, she needs somebody coaching
yeah,
her how to deal with that,
yes,
like,
yeah,
"Here's what to expect, here's what to say, if you're uncomfortable, here's what to do," rather than just, like, yelling at people because that doesn't
yeah,
look good.
yeah, yeah. I know, and again, I get it. You don't want people coming up to you in your personal life. You don't want paparazzi in your personal life. But if
Right,
you're
but, like, at the
going to the
VMAs,
VMAs and you're walking the
that's what they
carpet,
do, that's expected, yeah.
that's what you should expect. So I was a little shocked when I heard that she was like yelling back at the paparazzi. And like I get it. They are
But
very
other
aggressive.
celebrities do that too.
Yeah, and
They
just
do. They
power through
do.
it, yeah.
Right, but
No, or sorry, I mean, like, other celebrities yell at the paparazzi as well. Like, we've seen videos of that where they're just like, "You're so fucking aggressive. Like,
I
stop.
think
I
it's
will
just
be
different.
fine."
I like, on the street, when they're just, like, about their
yes.
business, that's fine to
Yes.
yell at them, I feel like, but when you're on a red carpet event where you
Agreed.
know you're gonna be getting photographed, just to get your picture taken and keep going, you know,
Everybody's
like,
just doing their job in that
unless the
situation, you
paparazzi's
know?
yelling at you or, like, saying, like, you know,
Rude things.
sexual
And I
things at
don't
you
know.
or being mean
I
or
don't
Yeah.
something, like, who knows
know
what they
what he
said,
was
but
saying. I do think again, I didn't do a ton of research on this, but I did read that I think one of them did call her a bitch.
oh, well, that's not
She
okay.
did yell back at that. So like I mean that is one thing, but if they were just trying to do their job, it's an entirely another. So again,
Right.
I don't know exactly what was said, so I mean, that's a factor too. But it's the VMAs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just do your
How
job.
old is she?
She's 26.
Okay, so she's
So
still
not
very
super
young.
young.
I mean, it's not like she's 19, but she's not,
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that's the other thing. She didn't want to endorse a political entity, which I actually
Mm,
respect
I saw that.
because I think that if you don't know what you're talking about, like me, I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm not going to
mhm,
say one way or another until I do my research. You know what I mean? So she kind of was like, I'm not going to endorse anybody because I don't, both sides, like, I'm not fully, like, whatever.
Why did
mhm,
she comment about that though?
Well,
Was
because somebody
someone
asked her in an
asking her?
interview. Yeah.
Mm.
And then her fans started coming for her because she's like kind of this queer icon. And they were like, you need to endorse somebody. Like, it's a big deal. And she came out and was like, endorsing somebody and voting are two very different things. I am voting for Kamala Harris, but I'm not endorsing anyone, which is true. Voting and endorsing are two
mhm,
completely different things. Endorsing is saying that you fully agree with everything that that person is doing, and that you
mhm.
think everybody else should follow suit. So, I mean, I kind of get where she was coming from there, but her fans were coming for her about that too. And I think that that's perfectly fair. I don't think pop stars should have to endorse anybody. Like, unless you're in politics, why would you?
Okay, not endorse. Like, maybe I feel this way because I live in Canada. It's way less. It's way
Yeah,
less
way less of
political
a thing.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I actually like it when celebrities like speak out about their like values. And
Oh,
maybe it's not a
sure.
full
Mhm,
endorsement about like who, they fully support all this kind of stuff. Cause how can you like 100% support like everything that someone stands for? But like I will say I like it when people speak out either way.
Yeah, I think with America, it's really
Y'all are
complicated.
crazy, okay?
I know, I
so
know.
complicated,
Adrienne
yeah.
is so funny because she's always like, "You guys are nuts!" Like, and
Yeah.
we really are. Americans are. I
Sincerely
mean, it's.
everyone in Canada.
I know it's nutty over here, but everybody has their opinion and they're so passionate about it. Everybody wants their person to be on the side that they're on. So it's like, I don't know.
Mhm,
Me, I'm like, just vote. Everybody just vote. That's the most
yeah.
important part. It's what you believe in, vote for it. I really hate politics, to be totally honest.
Me too.
If I could avoid it altogether, I would, but obviously it's super important. But it's been a rough 8-9 years here in America.
Yeah.
It has been. It has.
Adrienne, you're lucky over there in Canada.
We just have handsome Trudeau. Like,
He is very handsome.
people hate him as well. So,
I know, but he is very handsome.
yeah, yeah. He's single right now, I think.
Ooh.
I just thought about that the other day. Him and
Wow.
his wife got a divorce, and like that's never happened to a prime minister
Wow.
in office. But like they announced their divorce, and then that was it. Like we never heard anything else about it. So
Wow.
I know.
Maybe I should move to Canada. Just kidding.
You should. Free healthcare, guys.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous.
That would be nice.
No idea. Thinking I have like healthcare bills I need to take care of, and I would love some free healthcare. Anyways, if you guys are fans of Chappell Roan, let us know. If you have any thoughts about her desire to be a pop star, but also not be a pop star, weigh in. Tell us what you think on Instagram. For now, let's get into the episode. On the previously on, Tessa says that she was bummed when she saw what a player Cameron was and that she hates boys. With winter formal coming up, she just feels like going solo. She says that Rocky is nervous to invite Alex because they just started dating. She adds that Kyndra had her own invite dilemma because she'd just gotten back together with her ex-boyfriend Tyler, and he was super jealous. So Kyndra didn't dare ask Cameron, but everyone knew she wouldn't be able to keep her hands off him at the dance.
It's funny how they talk about Rocky and Alex because they've been dating since like the first episode, I feel like. And every time they talk about them, they're like, her new boyfriend, Alex. And I'm like, haven't these two been together for like such a long time?
It feels like that, but it always does on Laguna Beach. Like any relationship, even if it was like a 2-weeker, it feels like it was like the whole year.
That's true.
So the timelines are always so screwy. So I guess we don't actually know how long they dated.
Yeah, because I was like, why is she nervous? Like, they're dating. Is he going to say no?
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's so weird.
I guess it's kind of nerve-wracking to ask it's still, I
mean, not your boyfriend.
Okay, not that he's gonna say no, but you're like nervous, excited.
You have to like do it in a cute way. You have to like figure out a way to do it. Yeah, I get that.
Adrienne,
I'm like,
not your boyfriend.
If you're nervous to ask your boyfriend to winter formal,
there's something wrong.
That is not your boyfriend.
Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't be dating.
Yeah.
So the first scene is at Kendra's house, and it's Candace, Cammie, and Kyndra. It's really weird saying my own name. Kyndra suggests they look for dresses online, and Cammie says that she would never, which I thought was really funny because almost
funny.
Everyone gets their stuff online these days. So it's really funny that she's like, oh my God, no, I would never. But I get it, because with dresses, you do kind of have to try them on.
But the way she was saying it was like she would never like fathom like doing that, because it was just like online shopping was just not a thing back then, and you would never think of buying anything online before trying it in person.
Especially not like a fancy dress too.
Yeah.
But now like I get like wedding guest dresses like online. I know. Like anything I can get online, I will get online.
Listen, you try it on and then you send it back if you don't like
it. Yeah, exactly.
I know. I will say there's something to be said for in-person shopping still, because I do like to do that every now and then. It's like retail therapy. It just feels good. You're like in the store and you like smell the like perfume, you know? It's like the halogens of the lights, you know? It's like there's something to be said. It feels good sometimes.
And don't forget the salespeople coming to you and telling you how good you look.
I know.
Oh my God. Bringing you more stuff. And I'm like, thank you.
I'm like whipping out that card like I'm rich.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, I didn't even look at the price tag. And then I go home and I cry because I'm broke. But it feels good in the moment, you know?
Yeah.
And then if you're brave, you come back another day when that person's not working, and then you return that item.
Yeah.
Your impulse buy, you return. Yeah. So maybe we should just shop online so we're not like impulse buying, right? Because we're just in the store and it feels good.
Maybe.
I mean, online is even worse with the impulse buy. Like, it looks great in the moment, and then you add it to your cart and it's game over.
Do you guys ever buy anything on TikTok Shop?
Never.
No, I didn't even know.
Starting to get me. I think I'm on TikTok too much, and these influencers have TikTok Shop, and they'll be like, oh my God, look at this new like electric razor. It's on my TikTok Shop. And I'm like, actually, that looks really cool. And then I'll go to the TikTok Shop and look at it, and then I'm like, no, I don't want to spend money on that. But I am like starting to like look at things on TikTok Shop, and I'm like, this is too much. Like, I need to not.
Wow.
It's working.
Yeah, there's a Gilmore Girls blanket that keeps popping up on my TikTok that's on TikTok Shop.
Gosh.
I know, I'm like, I do love cozy blankets, but no, stop.
Yeah, stop.
Have some self-control, Candace. Yeah, TikTok is dangerous, people. It's dangerous. So then Kyndra says that they have an important errand to run, and that's asking Derek to winter formal. And Kyndra says that Tyler doesn't know that she's taking Derek. And then Candace says, well, normally you would take him, but he's too old. And Kyndra says she's doing what she's supposed to do, go to the dance because she's in high school. And I was like, yes, Kyndra, yes. Go to the stupid winter formal with a date because you're in high school and you should be enjoying your high school years and not staying home with that loser.
Yep.
So I was really happy that she said that. But then Cammie says that she thinks Kyndra is going to get our word.
Yeah, that was surprising. I was not expecting her to say that. Yeah.
And it was, again, they say it so much in this show, like,
yeah.
And it's so blasé and like casual that it's like, oh my God, like takes you back.
It's like shocking now.
Yeah.
But she means Kendra's gonna get really drunk and hook up with Cameron. And Kyndra says, let's hope we get through winter formal without Tyler killing me.
She doesn't disagree with what Cammie just said, so.
No, she doesn't. And I just think it's gross that she even has to say, let's hope we get through winter formal without Tyler killing me. Just break up with Tyler.
Yes, he's the problem.
he's the problem. Yeah.
He's the worst.
This episode really irritated me, and you guys will know that. And it's mostly Tyler. I just think he's very controlling, and
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Kyndra makes me mad this episode, but alas, it's Laguna Beach, and we're here for the drama. The next scene is Tessa and Chase, and they're shopping at IWS, and Tessa says that she's excited to go into the store, and Chase says it's such a rad store, and it's his favorite store ever. That's how I'm going to talk every time Chase says anything, because that's exactly what he sounds like to me. And Chase asks Tessa who she's going to ask to win her formal, and she says, I don't know. And then Chase asks if she was going to ask Cameron, and she says yes, but that he's already going with Candace.
Okay, so this is more proof that Tessa really did like Cameron.
Yeah, but is MTV pushing that narrative by having her?
I know, I know. I mean? I can't tell.
Yeah.
Like by asking Chase to like ask that question, I can't tell. Yeah.
I think every scene with Chase is completely set up by MTV because he didn't really want to be there. So I think like every time he was filming, MTV was like, say this, and he just said it.
He's like, say this, and then talk about your band. And he's like, okay. And then MTV cut out the stuff with his band in it.
Oh, poor open air stereo.
No, we got enough of them in the first like 5 episodes, okay?
Seriously.
And Chase asks if it's awkward, and Tessa says it's awkward after San Diego because Cameron didn't really talk to her. And she says she doesn't know who she wants to go with, and then asks Chase who he is going with, and he says, Lizzie.
But he says it really sad, and like as if he's like apologizing for it. It's really weird.
I know. I was just like, what is happening? Like, he's so
I had
awkward.
to replay that so many times because the way he said it, I was like, I didn't understand what he was saying. It's just like, Lizzie.
Yeah, Lizzie.
I put in my notes, am I going to winter formal with Chase? Because like I go by Lizzie as well as Liz. And so I was just like, oh God, he's like saying my name.
So you're going with Chase and I'm going with Cameron.
I'm so jealous.
Perfect. So Tessa says that she might just go with her friends because then she would have nothing to worry about. And Chase says they have pretty raging dances.
Raging.
I agree with Tessa. I went to my senior prom solo and I had the best time. I didn't have to worry about anybody. I danced with all of my friends. I had a fantastic time. I looked hot. It was awesome. I had a great time. So I like encourage people to go to dances by yourself if you don't have a date because I think it's so fun. And I got to dance with all the boys, not just one boy. So
that's the way to do it.
Yeah. Everyone was like, oh my God, you're going to senior prom solo. And I was like, heck yes. It was so fun. And I still like, you know, all of my friends were there and like, it wasn't weird. Like, I feel like it was just like totally normal. And I've been to dances with dates, and I mean, I just way preferred going alone. It was like, I didn't have anybody to answer to. Did you guys ever go to a dance alone?
Definitely.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I just think it's way more fun. You're just vibing with yourself. You can leave whenever you want.
You don't have to feel like you have to like sit with your date or like dance with him.
There's no pressure.
Yeah. I loved it. So if you are in high school and listening to this, which you're not, because
no
that's not
one's listening to this in
but,
high school.
But if you are, or you have kids or whatever, encourage them to go by themselves to dances if they don't have a date. It's still super fun.
And if you're in high school, message us. We want to know.
If you are in high school and you listen to this, let us know, because that's super niche of you.
Yes.
So then we see Kelan and Cameron playing video games, and Rachel and Lexie are outside and they're scheming away. They're decorating his car with streamers and pink balloons and giggling. And Lexie asks Rachel what she should write on the car. And Rachel says that she should write, "I love you." And Lexie says, "No, it's not like that." I was like, why is she talking like that? It was so weird. So Rachel tells her formal with Lexie would be appropriate. And then we hear a voiceover of Lexie saying, "He's cute and all, but I don't want him to get the wrong idea."
That was such a bad wild line.
Yes, and they always, like, when they do a wild line, it's the randomest shot.
Yes, yeah.
They don't even try.
It was like a wide shot of her at the car. Yeah. It's just that her face wasn't facing the camera. They're like, that's good.
Yeah. Then we move to Kyndra and Cammie, and Kyndra is asking, why is it even girls ask guys? It's so stupid. And she's holding a pizza box. And they get in the car, and Kyndra says she's going to run up to the door, open the pizza box, and say, "Will you go to formal with me?" And Cammie says, "When you talk, it makes my head hurt." I was, like, dying laughing at this. I was like, absolutely, I love Cammie. That's hilarious. This friendship is, like, how I treat my friends.
Good. Yes.
I know, and I love this
like,
shit.
It's so real.
Yes. Like, Kyndra hits her, and Cammie says, "Who are you right now? You're hitting me when I'm going up to do your stupid ass a favor?"
I know. It was, like, a big smack, too.
I know.
It was.
Yeah, it was such a cute, like, BFF scene. Like, if you don't hit each other and, like, talk shit on each other, are you even really best friends? Like, you know?
Yeah.
I loved it.
And I have to say, Kyndra, like, doesn't give a shit, right? This asking of Derek, because, like, she's not even dressed, like, nice, like, fancy to, like, ask him. But she's in this, like, trucker hat, and I have to say, I love this look. I don't know what it is. It gives me that, like, army jacket, like, that kind of vibe again. And I'm like, I love this look so much on her.
It's giving Britney Spears in 2000 for sure. Like,
totally.
With a Starbucks and a baby on one arm.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
But, I mean, she doesn't care because she has a boyfriend, I think.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and I feel like Kendra's just the type to be like, I don't care. Like,
yeah.
You know, it's just a dance, whatever.
Yeah,
exactly.
For sure. So we go back to Lexie and Rachel, and they're using silly string on Kellan's car, and then they run up and ring the doorbell, and the boys come out, and Lexie asks Kellan to go to winter formal with her, and he says, "I guess."
That was so bad.
I know, like, just what every girl wants to hear, Kellan. Thank you.
Yeah.
And did you guys notice the weird editing? So, like, Lexie and Rachel do the streamers around his car, and then Lexie honks, and Kellan comes out, and then she pops out of his car.
Yeah, and then she was like, the ribbon was like, she had to like break it to walk through. Yeah, I was
so
like,
she, like,
what
wrapped
is
herself
this
in the
presentation?
car.
Yeah.
And how did she get in that car?
Good question.
She rang his doorbell and was like, "Hey, give me your keys."
Yeah.
You know, it was so silly.
Yeah. And I just thought it was, like, weird that Cameron was just, like, there.
Yeah.
I love that they were just like playing video games though. Like that felt so real.
I know.
Like,
it was
they
cute.
weren't like golfing or something.
Yeah. It was cute. And Kellan, like, just the most unenthusiastic person about
so
everything.
Awkward.
I know.
So shy. That hug that she gave him, so awkward.
Yeah.
It was like the
Everything about
littlest
it.
pat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if she actually even wanted to go with him, or if MTV like forced her to ask him.
He's cute and all, but I don't want him to get the wrong idea. Back to Kyndra, and she delivers her pizza to Derek and asks him to winter formal, and he says, "Of course." Which, I mean, it was cute.
It was cute.
The next scene is Tyler and his sister Nikki at lunch, and Nikki says that she bought her formal dress a while ago in LA at Kitson. You guys remember Kitson?
No.
Not at all.
It was like all the celebrities shopped there. It was like a really like prominent, like it was always featured on like the Kardashians and like random reality shows on MTV. Yeah. Kitson was like a big deal. So when she said that, I was like, oh.
Is it still a thing?
I don't think so. I'm looking it up right now just to see. Kitson, Los Angeles.
Kitson, LA.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was super popular like in the 2000s, but I don't hear anything about it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
Crazy.
expensive, I think. Obviously.
Yeah.
Tyler teases her that she has another thing in the closet that she's never going to wear that she spent $1,300 on. And not even a prom dress, a winter formal dress.
A winter formal dress.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, wow.
Oh my gosh.
I think my prom dress was like $120. Like, it was
Same.
not cheap. I mean, it was cheap.
But that's not even cheap.
No. And the most expensive dress in my friend group was my friend got her dress at like a bridal place for winter formal. And it was like a $500 dress. But that was like the most expensive that like any of my friends had. It was very expensive. We were all like, dang, girl. It was a gorgeous dress. It was pink and she looked so cute in it. But like, it was just like, whew, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
My parents barely wanted to pay for my Macy's dress, you know? So Nikki says she needs to get jewelry, and Tyler asks her where she's getting that money. And Nikki says, my debit card. Tyler says, Mom's so annoying. I ask her, where is Nikki getting this money from? And she says that it's her monthly money, during which Nikki is telling him, well, you live with Dad. And Tyler says, oh, she gets $6,000 a month?
Again, so weird that they are rich kids, but they constantly talk about money like this.
Tyler does. It's not Nikki.
Yeah.
He brought it up. He's so weird about money.
That's true. That's true. She's just in the scene and forced to talk about it, but it is Tyler who brought it up.
And he's like mad at her for having money. And so it makes it seem like their parents are split up and Tyler lives with their dad and Nikki lives with their mom.
Right.
Which is like, maybe the mom has more money than the dad?
But Tyler's also buying Kyndra like expensive diamonds.
That's true.
He's got like expensive shirts. Like, he is not poor.
That's true. I'm also like, it's none of your business how much Mom gives me. Like, you know, I get what I get, you get what you get, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, this whole scene bothered me. So Nikki says, you know how I am. I love to shop. Sometimes I don't have anything to do, so I just shop. Same, Nikki. Nikki asks Tyler how he feels about Kyndra going to formal with someone else, and he asks Nikki if Kyndra asked Derek while they were broken up, and Nikki says that she doesn't know. Tyler says he and Kyndra got into a fight over Cameron because Kyndra said she thought he was cute or something. Nikki's reaction is total shock. She's literally like,
and she's so offended for him. But she is being a great little sister.
She is. She's got loyalty.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then he says, you gotta watch out for her. She's a little troublemaker. What does that mean? Like, you don't trust your girlfriend. Okay, great.
I know.
That's on you.
Okay, but maybe Kendra's given him reason not to trust her. Not saying that Tyler's behavior is right, but I feel like he feels this way because she's so flirty. And maybe she's done stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that that's true, but also, like, a little
he is toxic.
Like, I don't, it was very just, ew.
Yeah.
He's gross, okay?
He is gross.
I agree.
So the next scene is Rocky on the beach, and she's setting up to ask Alex to winter formal, and she has a picnic set up, and she calls her mom on the phone, and she's all nervous, and she's like, I'm just sitting there waiting for him by myself, and it's really bumming me out that he's lagging so bad. And then we finally see Alex approach, and Rocky gets off the phone and runs towards him for a huge hug. They're so cute. I died. This was the cutest scene. I'm like, aw, puppy love. And she's like, what took you so long? And then he hugs her back and says that he was lagging, but it's so good to see her. And she shows him the picnic. He says he hasn't had a picnic in forever. You went all out. And he's like so impressed by her. Like, it's so cute. Rocky says that she's doing all of this because she needs to tell him something, which I thought was a really weird way to say that because I felt like she was breaking up with him. Like, we have to talk. Like, it was just weird.
It was serious.
It was very serious. Yeah.
So she confesses that she hates formal because she doesn't have good memories of it because girls backstab and they're mean and they steal each other's dates. Did you guys, like, think that was weird?
I thought, okay, so Rocky's such a pure person that I can't imagine her getting into any of this, like, kind of drama. But the way that she said that was, like, it was just, like, too dramatic for, you know, what it was.
I don't know. Like, I would have expected her to say, like, my ex-boyfriend and I had a really terrible time and I had a bad experience. Not, like, girls steal each other's dates.
Backstab.
Yeah, like, what does that have to do with winter formal? Like, it was just really weird. It's a fine statement. Girls do that, but, like, it was just weird. And Alex says that she just puts too much pressure on it. And she says, no, I don't. This is just how I feel. But you make me excited. You make me want to go this year. I want to show you off to all my friends. I want to go to winter formal with you. And Alex instantly says, I will go with you. And they both say they're going to have fun. And they hug and they kiss. And there's a giant wave backdrop straight out of The Little Mermaid behind them. And MTV really just sold this romance to me.
No, okay, I have a totally different opinion.
Really?
I just think that he's so not expressive that, like, because he doesn't match her level of excitement, it comes off to me that he's, like, not into it. But I know he is. He's just, like, not that kind of person. Yeah, but it's so annoying to watch because Rocky's, like, on 100 and she's, like, so cute and I want this to be a moment. And Alex is like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just match her level. Come on.
Yeah, but I prefer that to, like, Lizzie raging, you know? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was still cute. Again, I think Rocky was trying a little too hard to make it, like, a moment, as you said.
That's how I felt. I felt like it was a little awkward. Yeah.
But I did just have to, like, laugh at, like, the wave coming up at the exact moment when they kiss in the background. And, like, the sun was setting behind them. And, like, it was just like, okay, MTV, I see you. So then we see Kyndra and Tyler at the beach, and Kyndra tells Tyler it's going to be weird because it's her first dance without him. And she says she doesn't want to stay that long, so he should just come pick her up and then they should go to the after party. She then makes him pinky promise that he will go to Cammie's after party. And spoiler alert, he doesn't!
Nope.
And Tyler says, well, I don't know. You might want to hang out with water polo players. I know you can't get enough of Cameron. And Kyndra says that she promises she won't dance like a crazy girl or anything, and she promises to be a good girl.
I hate Tyler so much. Yeah.
I just hate these two.
Yeah, I just want to acknowledge the silence after that scene. We were all just like,
we're all like
staring at each other like, like, yeah, it's vomit inducing.
I was very annoyed by his sunglasses and his Ed Hardy shirt.
Yeah, I mean, who says that to their girlfriend? Like, you might want to hang out with water polo players. Like, okay.
I know.
That's cute. And, like, he wants her to be like, no, babe, I love you. Like, you know?
But does he even want her to say that? Like, I don't even know what he wants from her.
What does he want? Yeah.
I think he does. I think he wants her to be like, babe, stop. No.
But she kind of does.
Yeah.
She's like, I promise I'm going to be a good girl. Oh, my God.
I know. It's
like,
so gross. And
gross.
That line about the water polo players also felt really disingenuous, too. So I don't know if, like, maybe MTV told him to say something. I don't know. But it was just a weird scene, and I hated everything about it. And I wanted to, like, literally jump into the screen, take Kyndra aside, and be like, this is not a normal relationship.
Yeah.
This is not how boys talk to you. And you should not let them talk to you like this. And you do not need to promise not to dance like a crazy girl or promise to be a good girl. Like, what does that mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it just really irritated me.
Yeah.
So then we see Kelan and Cameron asks Kelan if he's going to make a move with Lexie tonight. And Kelan says, no, he doesn't feel like getting rejected tonight.
See? I put in my notes. See, he likes her.
Yes.
Remember when they went on their date a couple episodes ago and we were talking about whether, like, he actually liked her or if he didn't, and you guys thought that he didn't?
Yeah, because he's so, like, he says, I guess, when she asks him to formal.
Yeah, but like, that's because he, like, doesn't want to express how much he wants to go with her. Like,
I don't know.
That's what I read. He's, like, too shy and too embarrassed to admit how much he likes her. So he, like, gives, like, very nonchalant answers to make it look like he's, like, not that excited. But he is. Inside, he so is.
I don't know. Maybe he thinks that he likes her, but she's, like, too out of his league, maybe. And so he just doesn't
that's
try
exactly
to, like...
what it is. Yes.
I don't know. It's weird. His reactions to her are very strange. Even the comment, like, I don't feel like getting rejected tonight is, like, weird. I know. You know? Like, I don't know.
It comes across that he's not interested at all, honestly.
Really? Still?
That's what I felt. I was like, oh my God, he hates her. But hearing you explain it like that makes total sense, though.
It's like low self-esteem in, like, a boy.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. He's, like, self-deprecating, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, he's, like, protecting himself before he can get rejected, so he, like, comes off like he doesn't care.
he's like, what's the point of trying, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Okay. That
Yeah.
puts things into
That makes
perspective.
me sad for him.
That is sad for him. And also, like, we know how Lexie feels, so.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Must have been crushing for him to watch this back.
Aw.
Poor Kelan.
Poor Kelan. He is really cute, but he's just, I don't understand him. So Cameron says that he doesn't think he's going to hook up with anyone. And Kelan says, well, what about Kyndra? And Cameron says, that would be completely random. And Kelan says, that's what happens at these dances. You come with a date and you leave with someone else. Kind of. Like, I was thinking about season 1 and 2 dances, and like,
Well, it happened with Jason and Alex.
Yeah. I mean, there are random hookups, I guess, like Alex H making out with Talon. Is it that she was making out with?
I think it was
Jeff.
Yeah, it was Jeff.
The redheaded Jeff.
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other
She
one.
does say Talon at one point. Talon and I are making out a little bit. Yeah. Or wait, no, that's
with
Low.
Alex H? No, yeah, that's Low.
That's Low. I'm thinking of. You're right. I'm losing my touch. Can't remember who hooked up with who. I'm deep into season 3 at this point, okay? All those other seasons are out of my head.
Yeah, who are those people?
And so then we see Cammie, Candace, and Kyndra at the nail salon. And Kyndra says that Tyler set guidelines for her that are really obvious, like, obviously don't cheat. Guidelines for winter formal? You guys.
I know.
But the guideline is literally don't cheat on me. Which means he has, like, no trust in her at all.
And I'm sure it was like, and don't, like, dirty dance with anybody. And don't, like, sit on anybody's lap. And don't, like, I don't like the precedents that this sets. But I get what you're saying, Adrienne. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, I mean, that's basic. Don't cheat on me. But, like...
Yes.
You shouldn't have to say that.
Right.
Like, it's annoying to hear it, I think. And the fact we even have to hear it just shows that, like, this relationship sucks. Exactly. And we just, like, hate it on both ends.
It's funny because in high school, like, this probably wouldn't have fazed us. I feel like if I was talking to a friend about this in high school, I would have been like, okay. Like, it wouldn't have, he set guidelines for you, okay.
But it doesn't faze me now because it already feels like such a bad relationship that I'm not surprised at any of this.
Yeah. I get you.
You know?
I get you.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by it. I'm just, like, grossed out.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So Candace tells her not to get too nuts and that she doesn't really see her hooking up with anyone. And Cammie immediately turns her head because she does see Kyndra hooking up with someone. And Kyndra calls her out and Candace says, no wonder Tyler doesn't trust you. Kyndra says, the only thing I'm worried about is losing my morals and my shoes. And then Cammie tells her that she's going to lose both. Again, I love the, like, digs at each other this episode. It's so funny. But also, I, like, want to name this episode something about losing morals and shoes because I thought that was so funny. Like,
she gives us the best line.
I know. Like, the only thing I'm worried about is losing my morals and my shoes. Like, it's a good one.
Do you guys notice that every time they talk about Derek, they call him Derelique?
Derelique, yeah. I did notice
and
that.
I don't understand why.
That was a joke in Zoolander. Do you guys, like, that was, like, a pretty popular at the time. Yeah, that's immediately where mine went to, at least with that. So
I've never seen Zoolander.
You haven't?
Me neither.
You know what? I don't know if it would hold up.
I don't know if it would
when it came out, it was hilarious.
People reference it so much. So I feel like I should watch it to just know what's going on in pop culture, but I've never seen it. So I don't understand any of these references.
I'll have to rewatch it and I'll let you guys know if you should watch it or not.
So then we get a montage of everyone getting ready for formal and taking pre-formal pictures. And I'm going to break down everybody's dress right now so we all know what we're looking at and talking about. And I'm sure we'll post it. Rocky is wearing a strapless black dress. And Tessa's wearing a halter top style satin red dress. Kendra's wearing a spaghetti strap, super low cut, short white dress with some bling detail on it. Cammie's wearing a strapless black dress similar to Rocky's, but Cammie's has bling detail on the top. And then Candace is wearing a purple spaghetti strap, low cut, silky dress, which I actually thought was really cute for a purple dress. And then Nikki's wearing a cream colored spaghetti strap dress that's also super low cut and short. Those girls really went for the short dresses this year.
Nikki's hair was insane. The huge bump.
Yes.
Like, she had like a beehive.
Yes.
I laughed so hard. I was like, whoa.
All of these
She
girls.
showed up.
No.
Yeah.
All of these girls, other than Tessa and Rocky, had huge Jersey Shore style bumps in their hair.
Yeah.
And it was hysterical. Like, so funny.
Yeah.
And this is pre-Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, holy shit, they all look like they're about to literally gym tan laundry. Like,
Seriously.
I know we're probably going to talk about this at the end of the episode, but did you guys have a favorite dress?
I liked Rocky's the best. I thought it really flattered her, like, shape, and I don't know. It was very, like, classic looking. I thought I really liked it on her.
I liked these dresses better than season 1 and 2's dresses.
Yeah.
Me too.
But I liked Tessa's. I thought it looked really good on her, and it was, like, classy. And I think like, her dark hair looked really good with the red.
Same. I really like Tessa's and Kendra's.
Yeah, Kendra's was cute too. She had the body to pull it off, though. That dress was really tight.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, girl, are you holding everything in tonight? Like, it was like...
I liked all the sparkle detail, like, that she had on her dress. It was really pretty.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We see everyone in the limo, minus Tessa and Rocky, because they're in their own limo, and everyone's drinking out of red Solo cups and having a good time on the way to the dance, and Cameron leans forward and tells Kyndra, you need to turn your frown upside down. And Kyndra says, I'm frowning? You have a frown. I'm smiling. Cameron flirtily touches her face and says, just let it happen, as we see Tyler's sister Nikki glaring at them from the other side of the limo. And I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure that was like a cut scene, but it's like hilarious that this entire time they make it seem like Nikki is like stalking Kyndra the whole night for Tyler.
I don't think that's editing, guys. I feel like she actually did that.
I think she
did,
yeah.
But in the limo, I think it was editing because the look that she gave them was kind of like really random. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It probably was in the limo, yeah.
But yeah, I do think she was definitely like spying on Kyndra for Tyler, 100%.
Totally.
So then we see Rocky and Tessa and Alex in their limo, and they're checking out Alex's boutonniere. And Rocky says that she's the best boutonniere putter-oner ever. And Tessa says that she's really bad at it and that Rocky's looks really good. And Rocky says, oh my God, thank you. I think everybody's really drunk in this scene. Even like Tessa is pretty like drunk. But it's kind of funny because you don't really see Rocky and Tessa drink a lot.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, so it was kind of funny to see them letting loose. So then we see everyone lining up outside to get into the dance, and then once inside, everyone's taking pictures and having a good time, and Cameron and Kyndra are caught flirting again by Nikki, and Cameron tells Kyndra she used to come to the water polo games, but not anymore, and Kyndra says, that's not true, and Cameron's the one that's MIA, and so Kyndra leans into Cameron and whispers, I love you. And we hear Nikki say, what is that sneaky bullshit? I hate that. I'm like, it's funny because I know Nikki's drunk. And like, that is such a like, why does she care that much? You know, like I get it's her brother, but like, you know, it was like, what is that sneaky bullshit? I hate that. Like, you know? And then she says to Kyndra, you just whispered something to him. And Kyndra says, do you want me to whisper something in your ear? And she says, no, I want you to say it out loud.
I love that Kyndra like played it off.
Yeah.
And her and Cameron really looked drunk to me, but Nikki, like, I didn't get that Nikki was drunk.
Yeah, I thought Kyndra was like wasted.
Oh, yeah. I thought maybe Nikki was a little buzzing too. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
She probably was.
So then we see a montage of everyone dancing and making faces at the camera and having a good time. And they like do an aerial shot of the dance. And I'm like, oh, it looks so sweaty. Like everyone's so close together. It looks so sweaty.
It looked like a really fun time though.
It did.
Everyone was like dancing, lots of like,
you
know, shots of them at the party. Like it looked really good.
It looks so sweaty though. Like, ugh. Like I would have spent hours straightening my hair and it would have been totally frizzed out. Like, because I was sweating. Being that close to people. It looked like a very small venue.
Well, I have to tell you, I know where this is.
Oh, do you?
Yes. So me and Kyle spotted it when they show her like leaving the dance. you see a sign that is for a restaurant right next to the place. So they had the dance at what used to be the House of Blues in downtown Disney. And the Tortilla Joe's, the Mexican restaurant, which they just recently closed that, but it's directly next to it. And so as Tessa's walking out, we saw the big sign that's like, come to Tortilla Joe's. And we were both like, holy crap, they're in downtown Disney.
They took limos all the way to LA?
No, Anaheim.
Oh.
How far is that?
It's maybe 30 minutes at the most, I'd say. Probably not even that long.
Well, that's
probably like
cool.
20-ish minutes.
You're right. I'm always thinking NorCal, but they're not in NorCal. No. They're in SoCal, so that makes sense.
Yeah. And so then they had that shot of the fireworks. Those were the Disneyland fireworks then. So
how cool is that?
Me and Kyle, we saw Rebecca Black play at that House of Blues many years ago.
Oh my God.
I know.
Friday, gotta get down on
I got her
Friday.
autograph and a photo with her somewhere.
Oh my God, Liz.
I know.
Did you guys go because you went to go watch her?
Yes, we were like, this is going to be funny, basically.
Oh my God.
It was like when she was trying to be cool, so it was like a few years after Friday had come out, and we were really pissed off because she sang like all of her new songs that of course nobody knew, and then everybody's like, when is she gonna play Friday? And she did like this weird like reggae version of it, and we were like, this is so stupid. Like it wasn't like the real
Don't make
song.
it musical, just sing Friday.
I'm like, just play the song. And she was like, I'm gonna make it cool. And oh my God,
I feel bad for Rebecca Black. I do think she got totally screwed. I do feel bad for her, but yeah, it's kind of BS that she's not capitalizing on Friday,
right?
But
yeah, that's true.
I would be singing it all the time.
And she can sing, like she has a nice voice.
Yeah. I don't feel bad, you guys. She's still like got some level of fame today because of that song.
Yeah, but she was really bullied like for years.
She was only 14 years old.
Yeah. And
so
she didn't think anybody was ever going to see that music video.
Yeah.
You know, I feel bad. That's a lot to deal with as a 14-year-old, with everyone online like hating you and like wishing that you would die.
Okay, not that part, but she's famous because of it. I'm like, whatever.
Absolutely. But like at the time, I'm sure it sucked.
Yeah.
Because you don't think that that's going to happen.
Not to like keep talking about this, but have you guys heard of like how she got that video made and everything? Like it's actually really interesting. It's like a company in LA that like the parents paid like $5,000 or something, and then you get the whole package. Like someone writes the song, you get the music video, you get like, oh, that's crazy.
I watched a documentary on her, and she was like, well, not a documentary, but maybe an interview. And she was like, you know, I didn't have any say. Like, I didn't pick. She's like, they gave me like 3 songs to pick from. That was the best one. I chose that one. And she's like, all my friends were doing this like music video thing. I thought it would be fun to do with my friends. I went and did it, and I thought it would like never see the light of day. And then it blew the fuck up. Like randomly went viral. And the company even reached out to her and was like, do you want us to take it down? It's like gotten like a lot of hits. It's never happened before. And she was like, I mean, it's out there now. Like what?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, though, I think what makes me so sad for her is that if somebody had told me I could make a music video, I would have done it no matter what the song was.
Exactly.
You know, like I would have. And so
how awesome.
I feel bad that that happened to her because yes, let's go right now, today, tomorrow.
Yeah.
But see, I think that's why I don't feel bad, because I'm like, I would kill to have that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess like I don't want the hate that comes along with it, but like she's freaking famous. Like you walk down the street and you sing Friday and everyone's gonna know what it is.
I feel like I want to say that I would be strong about it, but I probably wouldn't. But I would like to think that I would be like, so do you have a music video? How many hits do you have? You know, like clearly not a lot.
Just tell yourself you're gonna have a lifetime of fame, which is true.
Yeah.
Like she's famous for life. Yeah.
So it all worked out in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after formal, we see everyone starting to leave the dance, and in the limo, Alex and Rocky are cuddling while Tessa's doing her makeup, which I thought was funny because aren't they just going home? Because I don't think they're invited to Cammy's after party. And then we see Cameron and Kyndra in their limo hugging and kind of cuddling. And again, Nikki is watching them.
Just like staring at them.
Like a hawk.
Yeah.
And then we go to Cammy's after party, and Chase is there, and he's looking for a guitar because they need to get some music going. Kyndra asks Cammy if she wants to go to church tomorrow because she has sinned. They both laugh, and then Kyndra asks her if she hooked up with anyone. And Cammy shakes her head and then whispers in her ear, I did. Don't tell anyone. And I thought it was actually really funny because they're both like giggling and like it was just cute. Like,
it was.
Cammy looks over it though.
Yeah. I think Kyndra was really drunk and Cammy's really tired. And like she's like wearing a hoodie. She's like ready to go to bed. There's all these people in her house.
And she's like, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, basically.
So Cammy tells her it'll be our little secret. And then Cameron asks Kyndra why she's all bummed out now. And Kyndra says she's not. And then we see Nikki and Kyndra outside talking. And Kyndra says, you know, my one mistake of the night is not bringing Tyler. I'm like, Kyndra, stop. Like, she was definitely trying to, like, make Nikki think that she was being good all night, which is so funny.
Yeah. Damage control.
My one mistake of the night is not bringing Tyler. And she sounds, like, so solemn, like, when she says it. Like, she's really trying. And Nikki says, it's just kind of hard because it's my brother and it's your boyfriend. And when I see you dancing with other guys. And Kyndra says, that was nothing. And there's no way I would do something. And Nikki asks her point blank if she hooked up with somebody, and Kyndra tells her no. Nikki doesn't believe her, and she says, I seriously thought you did, and then says, I think you did. You can tell me, Kyndra. I've kept so much shit for you, which I also thought was interesting, because I don't trust Nikki as far as I can throw her.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure she has kept a secret or two for Kyndra, but I still don't trust her. And then Kyndra says, who do you think I hooked up with? And Nikki said Cameron, because of the way that they were dancing. Okay, I think Kyndra said, no, I just left with him, but that was the only thing. But I couldn't understand what she was saying. I rewound it like 7 times.
I put Kyndra just got close to him.
Close
but she would
to
never
him.
Cheat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she says, I just got close to him, but that was the only thing. And Nikki tells her it's just not right, and if you're going to cheat, basically you need to break up with Tyler. I think Kyndra 100% hooked up with Cameron. I think they kissed. I don't think that they had sex or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that they kissed on the dance floor or were like making out on the dance floor. Absolutely 100%.
But isn't that funny that like if they were making out, they don't just say like, oh, I saw you make out with him.
Right. They say hooked up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it sounds more scandalous.
It does. Yeah.
But yeah, for sure. Because then even he's like, why are you so bummed out now? Like, definitely like.
That would make sense for him to say that, yeah.
And especially if you're, like, drunk.
Yeah.
I don't think that they would have been able to, like, keep themselves off each other.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But look at us. We're not mad at all.
No.
Because we're like, break up with Tyler.
Yeah.
I hate Tyler.
Do it.
Yeah.
Hook up with Cameron, please.
I don't condone cheating on somebody or kissing somebody when you have a boyfriend. But Tyler can kick rocks.
Yeah.
Unless it's Tyler. Yeah.
And it was just a little kiss. Like, it's not a big deal. It's just Cameron. So the next day at Rocky's house, Tessa and Rocky are hanging out, and Tessa's wearing the ugliest outfit I've ever seen in my entire life.
What is it?
It's like white shorts and like some weird flowery like tube top. It was so ugly. It might have been a dress. I don't know, but it was so ugly. I was just like, holy crap. Rocky says she had so much fun at Winter Formal, and Tessa says she did too, but it was a really short dance and that she only danced twice, and she was mostly talking to people. And Rocky says that she screams so loud her voice is still gone, and what if she's in a dark alley and can't scream? And Tessa says, you're not going to be in a dark alley. Like, she's like 100% not here for it. And then Rocky says, there are no dark alleys in Laguna, and I fully believe that. Rocky says she loved formal and can't wait for prom, and Tessa says she hopes she has a good prom date. Rocky asks Tessa if she thinks she'll still be with Alex, and Tessa says yes, and Rocky crinkles her nose and smiles because she's so excited. And then Tessa says she'll still be floating around.
You know, I don't know if Tessa's just like bitter that she doesn't have a boyfriend and that Rocky does, but every time they're in a scene together, she just has like such a crabby face or like a crabby attitude.
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
Like every time Rocky's so excited again, like, and wants her to share the energy, but Tessa's just like, no.
Yeah.
Stop. You look fine.
You're not
She's so
going to be in a dark
annoying.
alley.
Yeah. And I'm thinking of the last episode where they were in San Diego and Rocky's complaining about her like wrinkly shirt. And Tessa's just like, it's fine.
I think it's just how Tessa is. Like, I don't think she's like trying to be awful. I just think it's the way she sounds.
No, I don't think so. Because, okay, this is the part that annoys me. The second she's talking to Cameron or the second she's talking to Chase, her whole demeanor changes and she's like the perky like girl. Yeah. And if you can't bring the same type of energy or the attitude to your best friend, that annoys me.
Tell him, Adrienne.
That annoys me, okay?
She said, bring the same energy.
That is not a girl's girl, okay? And I scoped those girls out in high school and I did not befriend any of them. I still hate girls that are not girls, and I can spot them from a mile away. And when I am hanging around them because I'm forced to, not because I want to, I hate them with my whole being, okay?
Take them down. Oh my gosh. No, well, Tessa is the one who freaking called Rocky's boyfriend hot like 10 times.
Oh my God, yes.
So there's that too.
Yes.
This is just really...
not a girl's girl.
She really needs to get something, that's all. Chase doesn't want her, Cameron doesn't want her, you know? It's rough. She's like, I wore this pretty red dress, and no one even came at it.
Wants to take it off?
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa, Elsie.
I love the Laguna Beach season 1 and 2 references today.
I know.
Yes.
So Cammie's house the next day, Candace says that formal was more fun than she thought it would be, and Cammie says it was her least fun dance ever, which is saying something because she went to prom with Jason.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Candace says no one really stayed with their date, and Cammie says it was funny with Cameron and Kyndra last night. Candace says that it was random, and Cammie says she didn't see it, but Candace did. And Candace says things were getting a little freaky on the dance floor. Candace says Cameron apologized to her because they didn't really get to dance together, and Cammie says, yeah, because you were all up in Kendra's shit. Which, like, if I was going with somebody who's just friends, would that bother me? Like, if he was like...
Yes.
Yeah?
Okay, don't you think that you go with someone, but, like, that's someone who you kind of like?
Mm-hmm. Sure. But I don't think it was like that with Candace. I think that she just kind of, they were going because, like, he was a person to go with.
They both needed someone.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced.
Maybe. You could be right. Cammie said that Cameron had a hickey on his neck, and she asked him what it was from, and he said it was a surfing rash.
Yeah, okay.
He's been surfing a lot.
Yeah.
So Cammie says Kyndra told her she wished she would have brought Tyler, and Cammie told her, shut up, Kyndra, you don't give a shit.
I love that.
She said Kyndra only said that in front of Nikki so that Nikki can report good shit back to Tyler.
I love that.
And, like, I love it because I know she actually said that to her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's not making that up. That happened. Yeah. Like, Kyndra was probably like, I really wish I would have brought Tyler. And Cammie was like, shut up.
Yeah. Like, it's like she's not talking shit because these are things that she would say to
Kendra's
her.
face.
Like, they're just so honest. Yeah.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. I love every part of it. I think when I had watched this the first time, I would have thought, wow, Cammie's like such an underhanded bitch. But, like, not really. She's just honest. And, like, she's not judging Kyndra, but she's just, like, calling her out on her bullshit, which I freaking love. Like, this is the friendship of my dreams. Like, I love my friends that are gonna call me out on my bullshit, because what's the point of being best friends if I can't call you out on your bullshit and you can't call me out on my bullshit? Like, I want you to. Mm-hmm. I want you to tell me I'm being, you know, whatever. So I love it.
Yes,
I love it. I love it. I love it. So the next scene is Nikki and Kyndra at the Heidelberg Cafe, which, didn't you say you ate there?
I did, yes. We had lunch there.
Did you sit right on that corner?
Mm-hmm, we did.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So Nikki and Kyndra talk about how tired they are after formal and that they need facials. And then there's this really weird scene where they're watching a guy in a Ferrari come down the street, and Nikki starts talking about how she wants the new one that is like a girl car with a rounded back.
But it's a Ferrari, yeah.
And Kendra's response to that, by the way, she's just like, Okay.
I got the feeling that she didn't want to be sitting there with Nikki. Like, she just...
completely. This is a forced scene.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, I was like, this is so awkward. And then Kyndra says, randomly, no one hooked up with anyone last night. And Nikki says, I didn't see anything. Well, on the dance floor I did. You guys were dancing super gnarly. And I was like, what the hell? And then she says it's super weird for her because it's her brother and Kyndra is her friend. And Kyndra says, I didn't do anything wrong. I was such a good girl. Ask anyone. And Nikki says, yeah, I was there, remember? And Kyndra says, okay, whatever. And Nikki says, that's lame. I was just like, holy shit, like, they're really just hammering this in. But I love how she's like, ask anyone. I was so good.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, if you ask Candace and Cammie, they're going to rat you out.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so Kyndra says again, I didn't do nothing, so I'm a good girl.
Which I love. So, like, even after Nikki really drilling her, she's just like, I didn't do anything. I'm a good girl. Like, okay.
I think she's just so desperate for Nikki not to say anything to Tyler. Like, she's like, please, for the love of God.
Yeah.
But it's awkward because they just sit there after that for a few minutes and stare at each other. Mm-hmm. And then Kendra's like, are you ready to go?
Yeah, that was so weird.
And then they put on their huge sunglasses and leave.
I wonder if they actually got coffee the day after Winter Formal because, and I think they did because Nikki still looks like she has her makeup on from Winter Formal and her like big poofy hair. And I just wrote, I'm like, this girl doesn't look like she showered since Formal.
No.
They both didn't look like they showered. So yeah, I hated that episode.
It wasn't the best, yeah.
It wasn't my like worst, but
no, I mean I liked the little bit of drama with like Kyndra hooking up with Cameron and stuff, and I did like the Cammie and Kyndra moments.
Yeah.
But Tessa and Rocky are boring as always.
As always.
And I hate Tyler with everything in me. So did you guys have a favorite moment?
My favorite moment was seeing Nikki's gigantic hair. Like just that in general.
The Jersey Shore hair.
The best part. Yeah.
And hold on, I had a favorite line when Kyndra talks about losing her morals and her shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was cute.
I liked all the Cammie and Kyndra moments, in the car with hearing you talk gives me a headache or whatever. And I also liked just Cammie. Honestly, Cammie this episode was hitting it.
You're right. Yeah. That moment between them where she like smacked her. Yeah. Like that was really cute.
Again, I appreciate her telling Kyndra to shut up and you don't give a shit. Outfits, dresses. We talked about dresses a little bit, but.
Yeah, we talked about the dresses. I put Kendra's trucker hat.
Okay, yeah.
I just put Rocky's dress. Yeah, I wasn't really looking. Nothing else stuck out to me
either.
Yeah.
Tessa's dress was really pretty.
It's too bad Nikki's $1,300 dress didn't win.
I know. It was boring.
I don't even remember what it looked like.
It was cream colored. I just remember that it was cream.
I think it was sleeveless or strapless.
No, it had spaghetti straps, I think.
Oh, did it? Okay. I don't remember.
Look at us. We don't even know.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, loved Tessa's dress. Hated her outfit at the end when she's talking to Rocky. But yeah, no other outfit stuck out to me that episode.
Yeah.
There you have it. Laguna Beach, Season 3, Winter Formal. Next week, we're going to have a super special episode for you guys, and it'll be live on YouTube. Well, not live, but it'll be on YouTube. And you will see our bright, sunshiny, smiling faces. We're not cool enough to do lives yet, you guys.
Not yet.
But it will be on YouTube, and you can pretend it's live. And you can see our bright, sunshiny, smiley faces, and you can leave us lots of comments, and we'll answer them. And yeah, definitely subscribe to our YouTube, and we will see you next time. Thank you for listening to Season 3 of Millennial TeaV. If you liked the episode, don't forget to follow us on your favorite podcasting platform. And tell all your friends how much you love us and bring them along for the ride next week. Again, we're your hosts, Candace, Liz, and Adrienne, and we will see you next week.